So who uses compile XREF? A bunch of people. I like compile XREF for telling you which indexes are being referenced in the code. So if you're building like your own kind of cross-reference database that says, if I modify this index, which code will be affected. But in terms of performance, I don't rely on compile XREF at all, right? The traditional one was if you see whole index, well, that's a problem. You're doing a table scan. I don't want to say it's no value, but it's very, very limited value, right? It's just another tool, a filtering tool in your toolbox. But alone by itself, it's really not telling you much, right? If I did for each customer where a name is greater than blank, that's a table scan and it won't show here, right, as a whole index, for example, because I'm actually using the name index and I'm doing a range match on the name index. It just so happens that I'm reading the entire index nonetheless. All right. And Profiler, who uses Profiler? Who uses Developer Studio? Yeah, so especially since 11 something, I don't know, 6 or 7, Developer Studio now officially supports Profiler. So you can enable Profiler in Developer Studio, and then the output file that's generated, I forget it's an XREF or something like that. .prof. And then the .prof file, it knows how to read the prof file that's generated and compile it for you. So if you're already in the Developer Studio environment, you can profile your code. What does the profiler do? It tells you how many times you run each line of code and how much time you spend in each line of code. So what's interesting is there you might find again that you're running the same line of code 100 million times. So the query itself is not long. It only takes 10 milliseconds, but you're doing it 100 million times in a loop. Or the opposite, you're running it one time, but it's taking 20 seconds to run. And both pieces of information are valuable. So Profiler is another one I strongly encourage you to include kind of into your developer toolbox every day.